Hello, beautiful family. How are you doing? Thank you very much for your love and support. I really appreciate. If today is the first time you are coming across this channel, or you are seeing my face for the first time, I am Agatha Progress, and I bring it to you back to back. In this channel, we react to our videos, and in this channel as well, our opinion is highly needed. So just grab your share and carry your popcorn, and let's deliberate on today's updates.
This is what is going to happen. And this is the demand of the indigenous people of Biafra tonight, being the 22nd day of October. 22nd day, Friday, the 22nd day of October 2021, exactly at 20 hours 42. That is 42 minutes after 8 o'clock. And 42 minutes past top of the hour in Biafra land, or any other place you may be. Our leader, Onyendumazi Nnamdi Kanu, must be released unconditionally. That is the demand that the indigenous people of Biafra are making tonight. Our leader must be released unconditionally, and that must be before this their usual date that they have set, which is the 10th of November. And in addition to releasing our leader, these people must give a date for referendum. They must announce a date for referendum for Biafrans to decide our fate, that of our children and that of generations unborn. Onyendu cannot be tried secretly, because yesterday they prevented journalists from accessing the courtroom or even coming into the court compound. They prevented lawyers from coming into the court premises or the courtroom. Now their plan is to, place a cover or a kind of secrecy behind or for this very trial of our leader, and try him under their useless I don't want to offend any religion, but they want to try him under their Sharia nonsense. But that will not happen. That cannot happen. I am saying that from tonight, the 22nd of October 2021, up until the 4th of November 2021, the zoo must release our leader. I will repeat, from tonight, this is our demand and it cannot be changed. They must release our leader unconditionally, because he has committed no crime. He has committed no crime. They must release him unconditionally, and they have from tonight up until the 4th of November. If by the 4th of November they do not release our leader, from the 5th of November, the indigenous people of Biafra will go back to the trenches, and we will call an indefinite. In fact, we will begin that sit at home that we had initially said we will carry out if our leader did not come. And I'm saying now, from the 5th of November, if by the 4th our leader does not come out, the 5th of November shall be, we will announce a sit at home until the court date. The only date that will be exempted from this date will be the date that is a Sunday, when people will be allowed to go to do their prayer, to do their worship, to go to churches. That Sunday they will be allowed to prepare, fill in their resources. I mean, buy things that they need. And as I'm saying it now, Biafrans must understand that the battle has just started. So begin to prepare your mind. Begin to prepare yourself. physically and mentally, we must be strong. We must be strong for us to win this battle. Not that anybody will begin to tell you any story and then we will begin to, people will begin to talk one thing or the other. From now, from this night, from tomorrow, begin to prepare for the eventuality that from the 5th of November 2021, there will be a lockdown of Biafra land until the date of the court, which they have announced, which is the 10th of November 2021. And with exception, let me repeat, exception that the Sunday, when this sit-at-home will commence, the Sunday following it shall not be a sit-at-home, because our people who are very religious and who have great faith in Chukwuabiama, we will allow them to go and pray and worship in their respective churches and their respective places of worship. And I want to state and say very, very carefully here, those that call themselves our religious leaders, those that call themselves our traditional rulers, the zoo has fixed their next court date for the 10th of November. If that court date will hold, because our expectation is that they must release Onyoni because they have no case against him. Forget these concoctions here that Malami just brought out today afternoon. They still do not have anything against Nwachineke, and they must release him. But if they did not and continue to hold their court case on 10th of November, if you are a traditional ruler in Biafra land, you people must now come together, because you must send a delegation to Abuja. If you people are church leaders declared in Biafra land, you must now begin to plan, because you must send a delegation to Abuja for that court date. We have to begin to know those who are for the people and those who are not for the people. And it is now, the next court date will show us if you are part of those whom the enemy is using to destroy our land, whom the enemy and the politicians are using to impoverish our people, whom they are using to subjugate our people. And we will take note of that, and time will, of course, help us to do what is needed to be done going forward. Great Biafrans, we know that we've heard, but we want them to confirm it. But I am not even waiting for them to confirm it. What I want to say this evening is that the impostor in Aso Rock is not welcome anywhere in Biafra land anymore. He is not welcome. Because we heard that the man in Ebonyi State called David Umahi is planning to make him or bring him to Ebonyi State to come and visit and do what, and I don't know what he built or whatever. He was doing his duty. Of course, even if you build anything, that is the job why you become a governor. Nobody should praise you or clap for you because you build a road. Now we heard that they are making plans for this impulse to come to Ebonyi State. We will give them the same treatment we gave him in Imo State, because none of them is welcome in our land. You cannot hold the leader of a nation. You cannot hold our leader and you come to our land to laugh at us. You come to our land to urinate on the graves of those that you killed through your army. Therefore, Buhari, or whatever he calls himself, is not welcome anywhere in Biafra land until our leader is released. And if our leader allows him or allows anybody that we represent him wants to come, that is the prerogative of union. But as far as we are concerned, he is not welcome. Anytime he comes, we will tell him he's unwelcome, and we will give him the treatment that Biafrans always give those that are like him. And going forward, also from tonight, any program or event that is Nigerian in nature, being organized by any zoo agency or ministry or department, any event that they want to organize in our land, they must get the permission of the owners of that land. They must get our permission, because Biafra land belongs no longer to them. You cannot come into somebody's land and then begin to do what you want without getting permission. You cannot do that. And from tonight, those who want to bring any event from the zoo, and they may call it educational outreach, or they may call it health, whatever. You cannot. Those things will not happen in our land anymore. If you try, we will of course mobilize our people to do what, to boycott such things. And of course, you must take permission from the owners of the land. You must obtain permission before you bring anything that is Nigerian in nature into our land. Biafrans, we must understand that we are in a very, very precarious time. We are in a very, very dangerous time, and it is desired and demanded of us that we must all be very attentive, that we must all be very, very at alert. We must be very, very at alert, because they are not relenting. Those whom they have recruited, they are not relenting. Therefore, we must not relent. Our eyes must continue to be on the ball. Our destination is nothing but Biafra. Our objective is nothing but a restored, independent, and sovereign Biafran nation. But the short-term objective that we have today, because that Biafra that we are seeking, we will be led into that new Biafra by only one person, and that is Onye Dumazena. Therefore, our short-term objective, our immediate concern must be, all hands must be on deck, that we must ensure that he is out from the hands of the enemy, to continue the march to our freedom, and to continue to bring this very, very heaven-ordained project to a very, very victorious conclusion, that Chukwuabiama may take the glory, and that we all may, of course, be able to enjoy. Biafrans, Biafra for us is not just a name. Biafra for us is our heritage. Biafra is our identity, and Chukwuabiama, the owner of Biafra land, the spirit that owns Biafra, it is only him that we bow down, and it's only him that we worship. And having said that, the Psalms reading continues. We have, today is the 146th. We have very few days to conclude this. Everyone must continue to read the Psalms. Those who have not been doing that, follow the last days that this Psalm reading is being done, for us all to get to the end of it. And then, of course, the 50th day, I believe there shall be a day, it should be, I understand, they are planning a day of thanks and praises to all of you. A day of thanks and praises to Chukwuabiama. Therefore, I want to thank all of you for listening. I want to continue to encourage all of you. Tighten your belt, because we have entered the stage where we all must no longer overlook all the shenanigans from that is coming from the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. We must be prepared for what they are coming with. We know how they operate. We know what their minds are. We know what their objectives are. And we must not allow them to dictate it. That is the reason why this Malami came out today after yesterday. They are thinking, they have seen their leader. Now they are happy. Now let us hit them. We know that you will do your takiya stuff because that is your nature. You will do your takiya. You think you have shown our leader. You will now come and use the hammer on us. But we are waiting for you. And Chukwuabiama is leading this battle. And for us, victory is assured, and Chukwuke shall take the glory. Therefore, I want to say from here and from me, may Chukwuke abide and guide and strengthen all of you in your duties. May He keep you focused. May He keep you loyal. May you understand that without Machineke, that without Onyendu, our generation is doomed. And all the sacrifices that all those of us are making in Biafra land, think about it. It is just but for a while, because the joy of victory shall last eternity upon us and upon our children and generations to come. May Okike be with all of you. And from me, from here, I want to say to you, good night and sleep very well.
This is a very nice development. I really appreciate it, because if DOS did not give this action, believe me, Nigerian government would have changed this to Sharia law. Yes, that would have been going to their petty law. But thank God, everything is now out, so there is nothing they can do anymore. They have to release him. The D date is November 6th. That is very good for them. All right, my wonderful family, that brings us to the end of this wonderful update. Do well to share this video with your friends and family, and subscribe if you haven't. See you when I see you. From me to you, bye.